what can I say? Thanks a lot for supporting me.
Raina Farmaker. Beyond and Day of the Roses, 10 feature movies in a distinguished acting career, Mr. Paul Mercurio. Will you Paul a warm welcome before Knox? And the good news is that Paul is moving to live in Melbourne. Paul Mercurio, son of Gus, moving to live in Melbourne.
Everyone, what can I say? Thanks a lot for supporting me.
Raina Farmaker. Beyond and Day of the Roses, 10 feature movies in a distinguished acting career, Mr. Paul Mercurio. Will you Paul a warm welcome before Knox? And the good news is that Paul is moving to live in Melbourne. Paul Mercurio, son of Gus, moving to live in Melbourne. Ladies and gentlemen, Fighters Factory, Feast of Fights in the East. You can fight if you're good enough. Here we go with our semi-main event. 10 rounds of boxing on Sky Boxing. An interstate junior welterweight contest. An eliminator for the National Junior Welterweight Championship held by Victoria's Stephen Marks. And we welcome Stephen Marks, two-time Australian champion, to ringside here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing on my right, occupying the blue corner, and we welcome back from the United Kingdom, Stuart Patterson, Terry Grinstead, joining in the corner, Tony Denny. He brings to centering at Fort Knox, a man who made his professional debut here on Murray Thompson's big gig 2 years ago. In amateur boxing, he was a national champion, 45 fights, 38 wins, 24 years of age, recently based in his native state of Ulverston, Tasmania. Returning to the mainland with a record of 6 fights, 4 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. 3 big wins coming by way of knockout. Ranked number 10 in the junior welterweights in Australia. Wearing gun-metal grey trunks, ladies and gentlemen, the Pink Panther, the Central Tasmanian Coast Assassin. Would you welcome... he is, ladies and gentlemen, Paul Coppleman. Paul Coppleman. Beautifully done, Damien, as we cross the ring for the 16th consecutive year. Voted Victoria's and Australia's leading trainer, Keith Ellis, Senior and Junior, with Wayne Stevenson in the corner. 2 weeks ago, he fought Chris Collard in a great bout on the Peter Manias program at Melbourne City Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, ranked number 7 in Australia, 25 years of age, scaling 63 kilograms, black trunks with a thin white streak. Ladies and gentlemen, 6 fights, 4 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. 2 big wins by knockout. Would you welcome from Altona in Melbourne's West, Reuben Martyn. Judges, Gus Mercurio, Anika Williams and Brian Memory. Ignatius Miscellatus.
Obey my commands at all time. Protect yourselves at all time. Good luck. Shake hands now. Thank you.
Okay, 10 rounds. Here we go.
Well, Brian Butler, this is the semi-main event between Paul Coppleman from Tassie and Reuben Martyn. Set the scene for us for this fight. A eliminator for the junior welterweight title.
Paul Coppleman's man with the speed, as far as I can see. If he stays away and can box Reuben Martyn, he's got a good chance in this fight. On the other hand of it, Reuben Martyn's a strength fighter. He likes to wear his opponents down, can bang a bit. The last fight I saw him was with Nick Tatoris, and he lost that not for the want of trying. But yeah, it looks like we're set for a good boxer-fighter fight.
And we're joined at ringside. We'll be hearing him during the rounds. His top referee in Australia, Jimmy Boland. Jimmy, will be hearing from you in between the fight and in between the rounds. But fella from Tasmania has got a lovely haircut, isn't he, Jim?
It certainly has their shocker, but we're in for 10 rounds of a great battle here. Both boys have obviously come to win.
This is a junior welterweight contest, and the title, Australian title, is held by Stephen Marks, a local lad here. So one of these two guys could be back here in a month or two to try and take that title off the flamboyant Stephen Marks. But here we have Paul Coppleman, and the best way to describe him is with his red hair, or purple hair, or red, or
shocking pink.
Or shocking pink. And in the black trunks, Reuben Martyn from the famous Ellis Stadium. Both boys having an early feel out here. There's 10 3-minute rounds. A couple of good rips there from Coppleman. Good left jab. Caught in the gloves of Martyn. He's got a good punching range, is Coppleman. He goes up and down. So as Brian Butler did describe it, it's strength from Martyn and speed from Coppleman. Strength versus speed. Two good body shots there. Good body shot again from Coppleman. He works well underneath, Brian, doesn't he?
He does. He's got some nice punches. When he's boxing well, he can put them together.
We haven't had many great champions come from Tasmania, so this could be the first.
Wouldn't it be nice to put Tassie on the map in boxing if they were to win an Australian title?
It would do that, and we might even venture down there for a fight.
That'd be nice. I think they'd come out in their droves if they had a national champion down there to support.
I think they would. Good body shot there from Reuben Martyn and the black trunks from the Ellis camp. Both boys got a lot at stake here. A shot at the junior welterweight, the 10-stone crown of Australia, held by local boy here, Stephen Marks, at Fort Knox here. Good overhand right there by Reuben Martyn. It was actually caught on the gloves. It was a good try. Both boys firing good shots into the body, which is good. They're varying the punches. End of the first round, and Jimmy Boland will go straight to you now. I mean, what to do with Reuben Martyn now? What will Keith Ellis be telling him in the corner now? Because this fella here, he punches good to the body, this Coppleman.
He's a great fighter, Paul Coppleman. Had the chance to referee Paul on a couple of occasions, so with Reuben Martyn. 2 or 3 rounds I feel out, and as I agree with Brian, Paul Coppleman's a very fast-paced sort of fighter. There's a lot of stake here tonight between these two boys. A national title shot with Steve Marks would be ultimately 2 boys, and I think we're in for a hell of a fight here tonight with these two guys up here now.
Thanks, Jimmy Boland, and our unofficial scorer for tonight at the ringside here, Brian Butler. Brian, how did you see that first round?
Like Jimmy said, I see it as a feel-out round for both boys. But I thought Coppleman scored the cleaner work, some nice body shots, some nice left jabs, and I gave it to him 10-9.
10-9, so the man from Tassie, the Apple Isle, the Tasmanian Tiger. Paul Coppleman is ahead by 1 point on Brian Butler's unofficial scorecard as he takes on Reuben Martyn from the Ellis camp down at Altona. Both boys fighting junior welterweight, and the eliminator here from Stephen Marks, his Australian national title of the 10-stone weight. Referee just allowing skipping in between them there. Punches going astray. Both boys look very accomplished. There's Jimmy Boland, one of the top referees in the game, sees the fights at closer range than any of us do. He says we're in for a good night, and I tend to believe him here. Coppleman will be noticed with that strawberry haircut. Martyn goes underneath and over the top. Good variation of punches there from Martyn. Underneath, got out, and it came back over the top.
Paul seems to be forcing the fight at the moment, but Reuben's just still thinking there. He'll come on strong in the later rounds, I think.
Well, fight is well balanced. I mean, I don't think there's been a punch go astray here. And they're both picking the shots. They know it's a long journey, 10-3s. And they're going to make sure they make everyone they can. That was taking on the gloves there. A good, strong left from Coppleman. He's got a good left. He's an educated left. He whips that into the body.
Oh, and a nice little right hand.
Coppleman trying to get through there with the left hand. Good left hands too.
Looks like we've got some action outside the ring there. Doesn't take too much attention away from the fight we're looking at.
Good left hands from Coppleman. Good left hand back from Reuben Martyn.
Both boys not wasting 1 ounce of energy here at the moment.
Coppleman's concentrating on the job at hand here. Reuben Martyn reaching out of distance there. Coppleman's piling up punches in this round, points in this round there, Jimmy.
I've got to agree with this, Yogi.
I mean, you are a referee. I'm not trying to tell you your job, but it's certainly scoring points, and not, you know, everyone is a scorer. Good shot from Martyn under the body there. Well done, Brian. Spotted that well.
At this point, he's still forcing the fight for Coppleman. A lot stronger, picking his shots off. Reuben standing back a little bit.
Good body shot from Martyn again there. Both guys very accomplished at body punching, which is you don't see a lot of in today's box. A lot of headhunters around nowadays, but both boys are very good at punches, up down, up down. Good complementary punches from both lads. Coppleman with that good left jab, a very fast jab. And there we go for the end of the second round. And it's a good junior welterweight contest here between Paul Coppleman from Tasmania with the strawberry hair, and then the black from the Ellis camp, Reuben Martyn, Jimmy Boland. How do you see that round?
Once again, it's a round for Paul Coppleman, forcing the fight. Reuben standing back, but certainly effective aggression by Paul.
What would Keith Ellis, Jimmy, be saying to Reuben Martyn now? I mean, he's given a lot of hand instructions there. What would we be saying? Do more? Or?
Yeah, I think Reuben's got to step up the pace a little bit now. He's 2 rounds down. He's obviously going to start to force the fight.
Brian Butler, our unofficial scorer.
Yeah, I agree with Jimmy on that. I give that round to Paul. He just did the sharper work, I thought, and just a little bit more work rate. I think Reuben Martyn's biding his time a bit, hoping to come home a lot stronger later. I just hope he doesn't leave his run too late.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. This is the third round coming up, and Brian has Paul Coppleman, 2 rounds in front. That's the man from Tasmania with the long pants and the strawberry hair. So we're in the third of a 10-round elimination contest in the junior welterweight division, title held by Stephen Marks. Reuben Martyn with the black trunks, strawberry hair from Tasmania. Paul Coppleman with a very, very long, good whipping left hand. Both boys look in mint condition, Jimmy, don't they?
Yeah. Reuben Martyn, I refereed Martyn 2 weeks ago in Melbourne, and he snuck a decision over there over Chris Collard. So he's certainly in fighting condition.
And he's not getting over-ruffled here. I mean, it must be frustrating with a guy with a long lead like Coppleman, but he's not panicking. He's not doing anything silly. He's just biding his time, and if there's an open there, he's going to take advantage.
That's for sure.
Good left hand, 2 off the 1 jab there.
Yeah. Good strong leads there.
That's a good operation. You get your left hand out, you reach, and then you reach again.
Good left hook by Reuben Martyn.
Oh, good left hook and a good right cross too. Left, right. And Coppleman comes back with 2 good shots to the body. Ties him up on the ropes. And the referee steps in to break him up. Coppleman with 2 good lefts again. On the gloves that time. Coppleman again with that left hand. It's a good point scorer. But he doesn't want to rely on it too much. He's got to vary a little bit, try and get a right and every now and again, or a hook.
Still forcing the fight, Coppleman, still
yeah.
building up those points. Reuben had a bit of a flurry there midway through the round, but like I said, the Coppleman still just a fraction ahead in this round also.
Good shots by Coppleman there, good scorers too. is taking a little bit of the ascendancy up to Reuben Martyn in the black trunks from the Ellis camp in Altona here at Fort Knox. Oh, good shot going away, but Martyn had his chin out the way, but it'll count as a scoring punch. Martyn trying to close off the corners here, trying to...
Not known for his punching power, Paul Coppleman, so I don't see him stopping Reuben Martyn tonight. So you can't get too cocky with that. He must keep behind his defence and keep boxing.
Well, that's a good instruction there from Brian Butler inside, and Martyn, can he punch? That's the answer, Brian. Can he punch his way through? Because he's getting points against him here. That's a good left jab. That's a better one.
That's correct. Well, he's going to have to come up with something. Like I said earlier, he doesn't want to leave his run too late.
Two good right crosses from both boys that both missed.
It's hard to turn that momentum once it's against you.
Reuben's knockout ability is very limited. He did have a knockout early in his career against Baden Beto, but all his fights have been over the distance since then.
It's not overly ruffled as well, which is good. I'd like to see that. And here we go for the end of round 3. Now that was a better round for Martyn. He stayed out of trouble, but Keith Taylor will go over to the other corner, Jimmy Bowen. And what do you think they'll be saying to Coppleman in that corner?
Well, he seems to be doing quite okay at the moment. He's boxing well. He seems to be still the stronger. Well, Reuben Martyn's he's on the back foot, still a bit evasive, and Paul is still piling up the points. Although Reuben did have a good flurry during the round there, but I still give the points to Paul with the effective aggression, and he's still a bit stronger and scoring with those rips and straight lefts.
Thank you, Jimmy Bowen. Brian Butler, unofficial scorer here at ringside. How did you score that one, Brian Butler?
Once again, I'd call it a 10-9 round for Coppleman. He was the busier fighter. He was throwing that hook off the jab in that round, which was nice to see. Some nice body shots. Reuben Martyn came back with some nice work in the neutral corner over there, but I couldn't see him doing enough work to give him the round.
Thank you, Brian Butler, and Jimmy Bowen in between rounds there. And Brian Butler, unofficial scorer, has Paul Coppleman 3 points in front, which is 3 rounds gone, so 3 points. Can Reuben Martyn drag him back down, drag himself back into this fight? Coppleman, very accomplished hand, tight hands, tight together, not showing much of his chin, not showing much of anything actually. He's not giving Reuben Martyn much of a target to aim for. Good overhand right there, a bit light on for White. Reuben Martyn still reaching, good left hand there from Paul Coppleman.
Right on target.
Good left hook that got through the defence of Coppleman from Martyn. Nice left jab there, just barely touching the target. Half of the judges to mark them down as scoring punches when they're that close. Both boys still feeling out left jabs. Oh, there's a wild right from Coppleman. He'll have to tighten up on that right cross. He doesn't throw a lot of rights, but if that's the way he throws them, they've got to keep him by his chin. He'll use it as a protector.
Still boxing very clever, Paul Coppleman here. I'm still piling up the points.
Very clever. The marginal scoring punches, aren't they?
Yes.
I mean, sometimes it's a shame just to call them scoring punches because they're just touching the target.
Martyn's starting to close the gap a little bit. I just noticed he's starting to get his front foot in between Paul's feet. Paul seems to be slowing a little bit.
I think he knows he can't be hurt, and now he's got to take advantage of that, but it's still a good scoring left hand there. Spearing left jab from Paul Coppleman, the Tasmanian robbery head.
If the fight's going to turn around for Reuben, I'd say he has to start to make his move now.
This is the 4th round of 10 rounds of this Jimmy Welter elimination contest with the title held by Stephen Marks. Well, I must say at the moment, Stephen Marks doesn't have any problem with either fighter so far.
I'd have to agree there with you, Chugger.
Both guys throwing a bit out of range at the moment. This is like a first round, isn't it, really?
Yeah, feeling each other again, but...
Nice right hand by Coppleman.
He's just touching the target, isn't he? It must be so frustrating because he's not hurting him enough to actually sting him into action, is he?
That's right, as Brian mentioned, Paul doesn't have a big knockout record, but he's certainly still piling up the points here.
Jab goes through again, just raising the target. Very hard man to hit this Coppleman. Sneak a little right across the top there. Right on the Reuben Martyn's face.
It's hard to tag him, Shocker.
Yeah.
Reuben gets one on him, he doesn't stand there for too long.
And at the end of the 4th round, both batters, we wouldn't say they've really opened up too much, Jimmy Boland. Do you think, what would Keith Ellis be telling his charge now? Reuben Martyn.
He's got to start coming on now. He's giving all sorts of sign language up there, but Reuben is a stay. He's good over the distance. I personally feel he has to start coming home now with Paul, at least a good clear three rounds in front.
Would it be better to muscle it up a little bit, do you think, Jim?
Start the mix with him could be a bit of a mistake, although Brian said Paul's not a noted heavy puncher, but certainly the fight's running away with Coppleman with his strength, his rips, and he's just straight left leads.
And across now to Brian Butler. Thanks, Jimmy. Brian, you're the unofficial scorer. How have you scored round 4?
Once again, it's a shutout round for Paul Coppleman. He's just doing too much work with that left jab. He's looking and picking his shots. He's moving. Reuben Martyn seems to be relying on the 1 or 2 shots, and he seems that he can take him a little bit later, it must seem. I don't know. I'd like to see him pick up the pace in this round, otherwise it's going to slip away from him.
Well, this is a deciding round, I think. Round 5 has got to come out now. We're in round 5 of this junior welterweight eliminator contest for a chance to fight for the national title held by Stephen Marks, as we said. And this is the round where Reuben Martyn, who's trailing on our scorecards, or Brian Butler's, by 4 points, must step up the pace, push yourself forward a little bit more, be the aggressor, and start landing some leather, real leather. Well, he's reaching too far away for a start, but good left jab. This Coppleman's got a good left hand. If he'd step up with a good right cross to follow it up, he'd be upper cog as a good fighter. Sweeping left hand from Martyn. And reaching again.
Good double left jab there by Coppleman once again.
Seems to be a very good punch of his. Oh, good shots.
Nice combination. Like you say, only just
enough to score, aren't they?
Just skimming the surface, aren't they?
Yep. I mean, if he was hitting the rice pudding, there'd still be a skin on it.
All right, but here we have it. Here at another Fighters Factory promotion. What a great night of boxing.
Capacity house here tonight, Brian?
I wouldn't say. It's been a long while since I think the days of Dave Russell and Craig Trotter. We had some great crowds here. But yeah, it certainly does look like a great crowd, Jimmy.
Wouldn't be far away in the match. The bouts have all been well matched. We haven't had any landslide stoppages, but these two boys here are stepping it up a cog here in the 5th round of this junior welterweight eliminator contest between Paul Coppleman and the strawberry hair and Reuben Martyn in the black trunk from the Ellis camp over there in Altona and Melbourne. Good left from Coppleman. Reuben Martyn reaching far too far away again. If he reaches again with that low right hand, Coppleman will hit him with a left hook. He'll whip it in.
You've got to agree there, Shocker, with the way the fight's opening up now. Coppleman still boxing well in hand. Is stronger, good leads.
Like a stroll in the park for Coppleman, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Tasmanian strawberry head boy. I mean, Reuben Martyn should know now that he can't be hurt by this fella, so he wants to step up and start bombing him.
He's coming in with a cross-arm defence on artists now, which coming from the Keith Ellis camp is going to start banging.
Yeah. This is the round to do it. He's coming in now.
Nice uppercut.
Yeah. This is a better round for Reuben Martyn in the black trunks. In the red corner. He wants to do a lot more of this. Try and claw something out of this fight. But here in the 5th round, scheduled 10 3-minute round eliminator. Good uppercut from Martyn. A good way to finish a round, and that was a better round for Reuben Martyn there, Jimmy Boland.
Starting to get his act again a bit now with Paul boxing quite well in the early part of the round, but Reuben starting to get his range now and started banging away to the body and getting himself set. Maybe we're in for a good 6 and 7 rounds of Reuben Martyn showing the pace now.
Thank you, Jimmy Boland, one of the top referees in Australia. He knows his fighters. Brian Butler, an unofficial scorer. Brian, how did you see that round?
I actually gave that a drawn round because I thought the punches that Reuben landed were harder and crisper, and Paul was doing his moving around. He's trying to stay away from him, and I think that Reuben started to close the gap a little bit in that round, and I gave that a drawn round.
So we still have, at the end of 5 rounds, we still have a 4-point margin on Brian Butler's card to Paul Coppleman from Tasmania. And Reuben Martyn, as my old friend Merv Williams would say, he's got the job in front of him. He's like the barrow boy. I love using these old cliches, they simply work.
We come down to the distance thing again. I know Reuben Martyn has been over 12 rounds with Nick Tatoris. I don't think Paul's been further than the 8 rounds. Would that be right, Jim?
Yeah, 8 rounds is about his record at the moment. I don't know how he'll go for the extra 2 rounds. I've got no doubt that Reuben's in condition, and the 10 rounds won't be a problem.
I think, we worry him the distance, I'll have to say, because he hasn't been put under pressure in the early rounds. So he would have a fair bit left in his tank.
Yeah, he would, yep. He's starting to come on a bit now, Reuben.
Score there.
Yeah, maybe Keith
Ellis, the manager-trainer of Reuben Martyn, would have been sent him now. Look, you're a little bit behind. Get out there and start clawing this fight back. I mean, there's a title at stake here. I mean, this is it.
And title chances don't come along every day, Shogger.
That's right. You remember.
Oh, nice
good body shots there from Martyn. And a good shot over the top, too. Good variation. Underneath, over the top.
Reuben's starting to come on now, starting to have a go. The cross-hand guard there, as Brian mentioned earlier, he's going to start bombing away now.
We're at Fort Knox, with John Shocker Miles, Brian Butler and Jimmy Boland at ringside. Fort Knox in the 10-round elimination contest between Paul Coppleman from Tasmania, a good shot underneath by Reuben Martyn from the Ellis
again, another great Fighters Factory promotion.
Coppleman very cagey. A good left there from Martyn. Good double jab again, and a hook. Trying to vary his punches a little bit now, Coppleman. Martyn still way out of range.
He stepped the pace up a little bit this round, though, Reuben. He obviously got a pep talk from Keith in the corner, and well, there's still time to...
I think Keith would have been telling him to extract a digit now, for sure.
Yeah.
Good left from Coppleman. So he's got to slow him down. But he's got to follow up on that. I mean, he's got underneath his left jab. He's hurt him underneath, but he stopped. Go forward, go after it. Good left jab from Coppleman. He can work out what Martyn's going to do. That's the thing. He's dropping his elbows when they come underneath. Punches of a slower speed.
Martyn's actually outscoring Coppleman, I believe, in this round. He's landing the cleanest shots.
And training in the corner, Keith Ellis, quite verbal, giving him the hurry up, and he's working right towards his from Keith. He's starting to come on now in this round, Brian. Yeah, he is. So nice evasive work there from Coppleman. Body shots are moving.
Good jab from Coppleman. He dropped his shoulder and jabbed it on the chin. A good way to throw a jab. Drop that shoulder.
And came back with a left hook.
Good left hook from both boys, yeah. It's a poor left hand that Martyn's thrown.
Yeah, not a lot of authority in it, Shogger.
Good jab from Coppleman. He finished the round. Jimmy Boland, one of our top referees. Jimmy joining me at ringside. I think, Reuben Martyn, he's closing the fight up a little bit, but Coppleman's in front. I mean, he's calling to know that. What would Coppleman's trainer be saying to him now? I mean, would he say, keep on the job? I mean, how do you keep him going when it's late in the fight, or getting late in the fight, and they're that far in front?
Yeah, well, he is in front, but the old saying is they're only 10 seconds away from disaster. But Paul's in front. He's got to keep his head strong, keep boxing, keep the strength on Reuben. But that round, Reuben showed us a bit of what he's made of. I really have to agree there that Reuben would have taken the points in that round.
Well, he looks a lot tougher with that Taliban hat on his head. Brian Butler,
I agree with Jimmy. I've given that round to Reuben Martyn. He forced the pace a bit, and he landed the more prominent shots there. Paul looked a little bit flustered and trying to get away from him there, and I think Paul Coppleman's key is to settle down, maintain his good defence, and tuck up and carry this win home. On the other side, Reuben Martyn really needs to pour it on now.
Exactly, Brian, well called. And I do believe that, good left hook. Reuben Martyn can run home with this fight. I mean, if you impress in the latter stages of the fight, you can tend to get away with a bit more. You can tend to sway the judges a little bit. I'm not having to go here at Jimmy because he's a scoring referee, but you can do it now. But he's got to up his work rate a hell of a lot. Reuben Martyn in the black trunks.
Still got the job in front of him, Martyn.
He has. He's got the barrel in front of him, as Merv would say. A little bit of a body shot there. Keith Ellis is asking for the hook, but he'd be very tall to try a hook, wouldn't he? I think he'd be counted on the hook.
Yeah.
Coming from a crouch.
Still plenty of strength in the shoulders and the body of Coppleman. He's no doubt listening to Keith's instructions in the corner.
Good left jab by Coppleman. Good right cross too. I mean, they're scoring punches, but that's all they are. I mean, they wouldn't hurt you.
I can't see a knockout either way here, but
good shots. He's worked there. The body was there, and he let the hands go at it. Coppleman in the long trunks from Tasmania. Good left from Martyn there. That was a better one in distance. Stepping in with a right, and Coppleman comes back with a left and right. Good left from Martyn.
He seems to be catching Coppleman with that left hand as he's backing away after an exchange.
yeah, drops his right hand there. Brian, got to agree there.
Two great experts here at ringside for the Fires Factory at Knox. Brian Butler and top referee Jimmy Boland. Both fires out of range a little bit here.
Well, it's Paul Coppleman's starting. His hands are starting to drop down a little bit. Like I said in the break, he really needs to tighten up that defence.
This is a good time for Reuben Martyn to cut loose. I mean, you don't run every morning, train every day for months at a time just to let the fight be taken off you. But that was a good overhand right there from Coppleman.
Yeah, he's weary that...
That's the first time he's thrown, Jimmy, an overhand right that's mattered.
And landed also, yeah.
Yeah,
Good body shot.
Nice body shot.
It's a scything shot, isn't it? Like sling blade, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice uppercut from Reuben Martyn.
There was a follow-through
Off
uppercut.
the jab.
Oh, good shots from both fighters. This is what he's got to do. He's got to work him now. Up against the ropes, Martyn's got Coppleman. And he's chasing him, and he's piling on the pressure.
Reuben is forcing the fight, but Paul's not being disgraced this round either. He's picking him up with those jabs and those rips.
I'll tell you what, he's a miserable fighter, Paul Coppleman. He just does enough in each round. If Martyn was hitting him there, he was hitting him back.
Yeah.
Jimmy, just going to Jimmy Boland here. Keith Ellis has just had a serious words to Reuben Martyn in the red corner there. I mean, what would he be saying?
Keith's starting to get a bit anxious now. You can no doubt feel the fight slipping away. 2 rounds, I think, to go. And Reuben's really got to pull something out of the bag now.
Well, we've got rounds 8, 9 and 10 to go. Brian Butler, you're the scorer tonight. How did you see that round and how did you score it?
I scored that a 10-9 round for Coppleman. I thought he did more work in that round. I thought after the 6th round, I thought Reuben Martyn was going to keep the pressure up like he won that round, but he seemed to rest on his laurels a bit and fight along.
Well, at the moment, after 7 rounds, Brian Butler, our unofficial scorer here, and Jimmy Boland's unofficial scorer. We've got Paul Coppleman in the blue corner from Tasmania, a fairway in front, maybe 5 or 6 rounds in front, or maybe 5 rounds in front. And the job's there for Reuben Martyn to do. I mean, he's got to know that if he wins this one, he gets a shot at the Australian title. I mean, what more incentive do you need?
There is none. We see Reuben now, he's starting in the round quite strong, quick in his combination, but Coppleman seems to be finishing off the round stronger.
Well, there's been some great fighters with the name Reuben Olivares and Reuben Carter.
Yeah.
Oh, big right
yes.
from Martyn.
And that was a
That
good
hurt Coppleman's hurt.
That
And this is where the rough and tumble will come in from Reuben Martyn.
Surprised that the referee's not counting this one. I think he done himself an injustice here, Martyn, by rushing in, because I think he might have got a count out of that.
Yeah.
Reuben's starting out the pump now. Imagine if he had done this in the 4th or 3rd round.
Yeah, well, Reuben's obviously paced himself for 10 rounds. He shows he can come on with a couple of decent bombs. A beautiful timed overhand right. Like you said, shockingly, he rushed in there. Otherwise, he probably would have been credited with a count there.
Yeah, I think he would have. Reuben Martyn in the black trunks, aiming for that strawberry head of Paul Coppleman from Tasmania.
Reuben's coming on strong this round.
I think he should have taken more advantage of that big flurry he had there, because he had Coppleman wobbling, but he hasn't followed up with it. He's let Coppleman get his deep breathing going again.
Cleared his head.
He's got his composure, he's jabbing straight.
He's not holding those hands so high, though.
That's it. We're in the 8th round here of a 3-minute round eliminator contest for Stephen Marks, the Junior Welterweight Championship of Australia. The elimination fight here. It's all or nothing here. Reuben Martyn stepping up. Keith Ellison shouting from the corner there for Reuben Martyn to get closer, and that's exactly where he should be, right on his chest.
A great man for Reuben Martyn, this one.
Yes, it certainly is. An attempt at a right cross there from Coppleman. Martyn seems to be not concentrating on the job. His eyes are
he was looking over here.
I know.
He's a bit of a layer, Reuben.
I think he recognised Brian Butler. Must be a big fan of Brian's over the years.
Never met the bloke.
Well, good right cross there that nearly took the mouthguard out of Paul Coppleman. No weight behind it. It's certainly been Reuben Martyn's best round. But is it too much too late? That's the question that is on the edge of everyone's lips. Good right cross again.
Fantastic round for Reuben. He keeps his pace up. Could be looking towards the 10-8 round.
Oh, is Paul Coppleman doing what most fighters do when you're in front? Take the 8th as a breather.
Yeah.
Right, but as you go here to the corner, I mean, Paul Coppleman, does the trainer say to him, come on, keep going, or does he say, okay, you've had your breather round, 2 rounds to come home like a train,
yeah, I've got to
and
breathe.
just seal it through the fight. I mean, a lot of fighters do that. The 8th round, it's a round where you can just
have a breather.
Have a breather. Keith Ellis wants more.
He wasn't to go too slow. There's a bit of confidence. And Reuben started to come on and get a few of those bombs away like he did that round. Like I say, it's still not too late for Reuben to come home. But I think we've still got 3 or 4 points up with Paul.
Brian Butler, you're doing the unofficial scoring. How did you see that round?
A big round for Reuben Martyn. I gave that a 10-8 round.
Yeah, would agree there.
I think if he hadn't rushed in, you're right there, he would have got a count. I think he might have even got another shot and dropped Coppleman there.
Yep.
And Coppleman never seemed to recover to move for the rest of the round.
So there's 2 rounds to go. We're in round 9 and round 10 to go. And there's a 3-point difference here on most people's scorecards, maybe a 4-point. But that's not to say that Reuben Martyn from the red corner from the Ellis camp can't drag out this elimination fight and be facing Stephen Marks very shortly for a Factory world title fight, Australian title fight.
Coppleman seemed to clear his head in the break then. He seemed to be boxing up on his toes again. And
well, he's down at a crouch.
Fight again.
Yeah, he's down at a crouch now.
I think his corner were telling him, look, he's got 2 rounds to go. He's just got to tidy up and keep boxing and stay away from this bloke, and he'll win the fight.
If he keeps away from them ropes, I mean, he commands the centre of the ring like he's doing now, he's hard to get in trouble in the middle of the ring. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Once you command that, centre of the ring, it's very hard to get pinned because you can go right, left, or back, or forward.
Quite a clean fight, though, Shocker.
It has. I mean, it's been a purist fight, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, there's been punches thrown. I mean, some of the crowd might be a little bit, they want more action, but there's been plenty of skillful punches thrown.
And there's been no holding during this fight, as I say that. They come into a clinch. But
that was a very light hold as well, though, Brian.
It was.
Oh, good uppercut there from Reuben Martyn.
Good
fight. 2 uppercuts.
Left hook by Reuben Martyn. I think he's just got the more sting in his punch when they exchange, heavier blows. I just think Reuben Martyn's coming off the better.
Good shots underneath from Coppleman. Martyn chases up, digs one back in himself. Left jab, powdery left jab. Oh, he's trying to hook there, Coppleman, off the jab.
A bit open, drops his right hand there. Reuben just wasn't quick enough to counter off that.
That's right, he saw it, but he couldn't get there. Round 9 of this elimination contest, another round to go. 10 3-minute rounds. Paul Coppleman with the red dyed hair, jabbing now at Reuben Martyn in the black pants from the Ellis camp. Here at Fort Knox, another great Fighters Factory promotion.
Promotion number 14, I think, Brian, is it?
That's 15, I think it is, Jimmy. I think, and
they're getting better and better.
They are. I've never seen a mismatch on one of those Fighters Factory promotions.
And that's evident by the amount of people that are here in the stadium tonight. It's packed to capacity.
They certainly support and love the boxing in the eastern side of Melbourne.
got to reach now. He's got to reach. I mean, Reuben Martyn's now got to reach deeper than he's ever reached before to try and pull this out. I mean, we're only ringside judges, but you still have to say that he's behind.
Push him back and rip and hit him hard. That's what Keith's yelling out from the corner.
Can he dig deep enough, Brian? Can he dig this one out, Reuben Martyn? End of the 9th round there, and we're 1 round to go to decide to see who takes on Stephen Marks for the Australian Junior Welterweight Championship. This is an elimination contest over 10 3-minute rounds. Jimmy Boland, just quickly.
I think Reuben's left his run a little bit late, boxing quite well there. But I think Paul even took the point down on his counter boxing on the back move. Reuben's trying to force a fight, but some fantastic rips and those double and triple left jabs from Paul Coppleman.
Brian Butler, I mean, you've been scoring the fight there. Been happy you scored, but how did you score that round, the round 9?
Well, I gave that round 10-9 to Paul Coppleman, which is, a complete opposite of the round before. Yeah. I think Reuben Martyn's gone to sleep in that round after a 10-8 round. I was really expecting him to pour on the pressure in round 9 and hope to force a stoppage in that or this round.
Well, it's going to be very hard for, Reuben Martyn knows he's behind Jim and Brian, and he knows he's got to do a lot of work, and that can sometimes push you into unforced errors.
That's it, yeah.
Whereas all Coppleman's got to do is regain his composure.
A hell of a last round here.
Coppleman's just got to keep out of distance and...
beautiful left hook from Reuben Martyn. If he would have been boxing late in the first couple of rounds, it might have been a different story.
Well, where has he been?
Oh, shots.
Yeah.
He's got the strength to do this. I mean, it's just... it's just criminal that he's waited till this long to try and stamp his authority.
Keith has stirred him up about round 3 or 4.
Yes, and you're going to have the rocket from me, I can tell you. Coppleman laying in there a little bit. Should be jabbing now. Well, good jab there. If he keeps us at distance, good jab.
Double jab, nice.
Lovely double jab. Nice and snappy.
Not that it matters at this stage of the game, but it looks like Reuben Martyn might have a little nick over his left eyes. Or is that blood off Coppleman's nose?
Yeah.
Good punches from Martyn.
Coppleman will stagger him.
Oh, a good left hook from both fighters. He doesn't have to go there, Coppleman. He wants to stay away. He doesn't have to go there.
He should be on the back foot, moving around, hands up. Like Brian said, he doesn't need to exchange punches late in the fight, especially in the last round.
It's one area he doesn't have to go for. He doesn't have to go in there and mix it. Paul Coppleman with the red hair. If he keeps out of trouble, I'd say he's got this. Not scoring heavy punches, but scoring a lot. Reuben Martyn trying to get aggressive.
Oh, nice left hook by Paul Coppleman.
Yeah, it was a lovely one there, just off the back of the foot.
He's got to watch, though, when he's bouncing around that he doesn't get caught with a shot while he's off balance there, because the legs are a bit rubbery in the 10th round.
Mark's trying to go underneath now, but it's too late for underneath. He needs to get the man down. Good shot over the top there, but Coppleman will grab him, push him to the ropes.
He's had Coppleman staggered on 2 or 3 occasions in the last round, but I think he's left his run too late.
A swinging punch there from Martyn. This is where exasperation comes in. This is where you go into unforced errors when you know you're chasing a decision. Oh, missed punch there. Way out of range, a desperation punch. He knows he's got to pull something out.
Too much too late now. Coppleman holding on for the grim death here. He must know he's 30 or 40 seconds to go in the round.
It must be that now. Maybe even less. And Coppleman, very cagey fighter. Good left hand. Got him out of trouble. Uppercut.
Beautiful uppercut.
Yeah, lovely uppercut there. Coppleman pushed him into the corner now. That's the end of the fight now. I don't think so.
I don't think so, man.
I mean, that's the height of optimism there for me.
Fought on a great sportsmanship.
Well, I'll tell you something now. It's a long time since I've seen a lot of optimism, but Reuben Martyn running to the corner there with his hands up, to me, is the height of optimism, and I shall use that in many paragraphs and many papers I write in. Brian Butler, how do you see the last round?
I gave it a 10 round to Martyn, 10-9 round to Reuben Martyn. he just didn't. I just don't think he did enough during the fight.
I'm going to talk to Jimmy. Can you add up your scores, Brian,
I'll
and
do that.
see how close you are to the judges? Jimmy, we saw Reuben Martyn. We saw glimpses of Reuben Martyn.
Yeah.
In fact, I think he put more effort in his running to jump up them ropes than he did during the fight.
Yeah, a little bit.
Can he do better than that?
Oh, of course. Look, I've been in the ring with Reuben on 2 or 3 occasions. He's a great sportsman, and he has got ability. He didn't overlook Paul Coppleman. He boxed quite well. He realised Paul's a good, strong fighter, but he just lets his run too late.
Yeah.
We've seen what he can do in 2 or 3 rounds there. Maybe if he would have been stirred up early in the fight, we might have seen different. But what Brian's doing the unofficial scorecard there, we'd all agree that Paul looks like he shaded Reuben by at least three rounds.
Well, you'd have to say there'd be 3 or 4 rounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, on Sky Boxing, thank you, John Miles and the team, calling live Sky Boxing around Australia, around the world. As we go to the scorecards, our 3 judges, it's a majority decision. Judge Brian Membry gives it 94-96 Martyn. Judge Gus Mercurio could not separate the 2 boxers, 95-95. It comes down again to Judge Anika Williams. 93-97, your winner, Reuben Martyn. Last time, Reuben, you said you weren't playing tennis in there. That was a tough battle. You paced yourself tonight. You wanted to come home strong?
Yeah, my legs are a bit tired. As you know, I've just come from 68 kilograms to 63 in 2 weeks. I trained pretty hard, eating jack shit. Oh, good fuel, you know. But yeah, just I want to stay at this weight, get strong, get my legs strong, and just no eating shit. Yeah.
Okay, out there is maybe a match against national champion Stephen Marks. How would you see that?
He's a good fighter. He's tough. He's strong. It'd be good. He'd be good. He'd step up.
Maybe in the new year.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Okay, congratulations there to Reuben Martyn. Keith Ellis, come across, Keith. Paul Coppleman wasn't particularly happy with that decision.
No, we're going to go and buy a Chats Lotto ticket. I thought their luck was in tonight. I told my bloke I would have been wrapped with a draw. But the judges, you know, they're sitting there nice and calm, and we're in the corner panicking. And I think we'll get on to Murray and give him a rematch.
Okay, a rematch maybe. Congratulations, Reuben Martyn, and bad luck to Paul Coppleman.